Hello and welcome to a Pokemon X and Y Wi-Fi battle. My name is Spade and I am blown away by Generation 6. And special thanks to Xenon, my opponent, who live recorded this match and allowed me to use his site so I could narrate and share my experience with this battle. Now, first things first, this is kind of a in-game matchup here. We are using a lot of our in-game Pokemon, but that still doesn't mean that this would not be a hot match. And right on the first turn, my Ariados skillfully dodges a Rock Slide, allowing me and my Ariados to set up Sticky Web. And now, what in the world is Sticky Web? Well, in Generation 6, that is a new kind of entry hazard. And in this match, you are going to see exactly how that works. And that right there made me really excited, because I was trying this move out in the Pokemon Showdown, but that was not fully implemented there yet. So I wasn't sure how that actually works out, and in this matchup I got to try it out. And so, fearing another Rock Slide, I'm gonna switch out and go into my Chestnut, but Xenon, being smarter than the average bear, goes for the U-turn, predicting me to switch out, gets that momentum going on right from the start. And then he's gonna U-turn out, and he's actually gonna send out his Mewtwo. We basically we were using a bunch of our in-game stuff, plus like one legendary, and I actually decided to use Mega Gengar, because that's kinda like OP and overpowered, because he was using Mewtwo, so we were using like one overpowered Pokemon, basically, in this match. But there we go. And yeah, this is a live recording, so there might be some pauses, but here you can see the Sticky Web in action, and it actually lowers the speed of Mewtwo. Whatever Pokemon gets sent out, its speed will get lowered by one stage. Just think about how huge of an impact that move could have. Of course, everything kind of depends on what kind of distribution this move has, and because this is Mewtwo and I have a Chestnut, of course it is still going to be faster and destroy me with a Fire Blast. But still, think about the Sticky Web. How huge that could be for hyper offense, for example. Basically neutering Scarfers to their standard speeds. And like, everything getting slowered, and you not having to worry about potentially using Scarfers yourself, that could have such a huge impact. But what is interesting to note is that Sticky Web is still set on the ground, as you saw, literally. It was set on the ground, meaning that flying and levitating Pokemon will not get affected by it. But anyways, I'm gonna go into my Gengar now, and I know for a fact that I am faster because of the Sticky Web. Otherwise, Mewtwo would have been faster than a Gengar, naturally. But because of the Sticky Web, I am actually faster. So right there, a huge impact on the speed tiers. This could change everything. But we are still not sure about the distribution of the move. But anyway, Xenon goes into Pupitar, takes one Shadow Ball, then goes into not Gengar. It kind of looked like a Gengar from the behind right there, a fat Gengar. Anyways, I'm just so excited by everything. He goes into his Snorlax. I love Snorlax, one of my favorite Pokemon. And I'm kind of worried. I'm not really sure if I can one-shot him with the Focus Blast. Although I probably should have just Mega Evolved and tried it. But I thought I would just go into my Talonflame. Maybe get some flame body hacks going on. I'm not sure if he has Crunch or something. Maybe, perhaps, who knows? But Xenon actually pulls a double switch, goes back into that Pupitar. But from this range, he's not gonna be taking a Brave Bird. And one does not simply, if you remember something from Generation 5 and Generation 4, one does not simply resist Brave Bird. No, no. And here we go. Brave Bird everything! Oh, so beautiful. Oh, and from that range, easily knock him out. I'm gonna say, I really wish I had the Gale Wing ability on this Talonflame. Basically gives priority to flying type moves. Priority Brave Bird. Coupled with Swords Dance. Holy crap. Or potentially Acrobatics would be safer option with no recoil. but I definitely have to try it out. Talonflame is definitely one of my favorite Generation 6 Pokemon. It's a fire type bird, although it kind of gets destroyed by Stealth Rocks. But it does have Swords Dance and Gale Wing ability as its hidden ability, so it does still have some potential to be really good. But we will have to see. And Xenon is going to send out his Flygon, and the problem here is I'm not really sure which one is faster. I do have some speed Eevees on this Talonflame. It is again my in-game Talonflame, and I'm not really sure about Xenon's Flygon, where he got that. Does that thing have like Eevees or anything? So basically I think I'm gonna switch out here because I'm not again really sure, and then again I'm not sure if I can Brave Bird and knock him out because he is at full health. Brave Bird is a powerful move, but still, you know, this is not fully trained in attack, so I cannot trust this in-game Talonflame enough, even though Brave Bird everything is kind of a motto, how we roll with things. And so, now I am going to switch out and I am going to go into my little Marrow. And it is now possible to breed a Marrow with Belly Drum and Aqua Jet. In the past, it was not possible with both moves, but now it is. Except, psych, I get critted, and it turns out it is actually my Zoroark. And this is just a random wild Zoroark that I got, but I randomly gave it a Choice Scarf, so it could potentially do something in this match. And then I decided, yay, go Finland, by the way. And then I randomly decided to go for the Night Slash, because it was like, kind of like the best move that I had on this thing. And it still does like nothing, because this thing is not Eevee trained in any stat whatsoever. Freshly caught Zoroark. I thought I would just have some shenanigans with it, but it didn't really do much as it got critted and then kind of destroyed. But at least I got some damage on the Flygon, and that does actually kind of help later on. But now he's gonna go into Ludicolo Sticky Web, again lowering him down, which is absolutely beautiful. And then I decided I would go back into my Ariados and potentially, like, maybe get a kill on that thing? Who knows? And so, in comes my Ariados, and I'm just kind of hoping to outspeed this thing and hit it with the powerful stab, poison jab, but, you know, this thing is not really Eevee trained in anything either. And it actually still turns out that Ludicolo is faster, but Xenon thought he had some sort of attack, I believe, but it was actually just water sport, which is kind of hilarious. But yeah, that's the thing about the in-game stuff. But yeah, he does still outspeed me, and I can't even take him out. So, like, Ariados, like, it has great potential now in this generation with the new move, Sticky Web. Because it is still kind of unknown what the distribution of the move is. I believe Galvantula gets it, and Shackle gets it, and those Pokemon are definitely, like, at least competitively considered better than Ariados. But I did not have access to those Pokemon, I still don't. I'm kind of on a moment looking for a Shackle by Rock Smashing Rocks, but I haven't found one. But anyways, I see that I'm not faster, so I go for the Agility, because that's what I randomly have on this Ariados. So now, with Ludicolo's speed lowers and me having a +2 speed, I should definitely be able to outspeed him, go for the Poison Jab, and knock him out. And Ariados gets a kill in a match, and was able to set up the best entry hazard of all time. Not really. Stealth Rock's still up there, but it's definitely interesting to see the potential of Sticky Web once we actually get into more serious battles. I cannot wait. But now in comes Flygon, and I was kind of hoping that with +2 speed, I would be able to outspeed this random Flygon. So I just decided to stay in and go for the Poison Jab again. But, of course, it turns out the Flygon is still faster, because Ariados has like, what, base 40 base speed, and I'm definitely not Eevee trained in speed whatsoever, and this Ariados probably has some pretty bad IVs as well. So I get outsped and destroyed by the Rock Slide, but at least earlier I was able to skillfully dodge that and set up that Sticky Web, which definitely made a huge impact in this match, basically turning the speed tiers on their tables and stuff like that. But anyways, now from this range, I believe Talonflame closes in like 130 base speed, somewhere along those lines. So I decided just to go into Talonflame and just trying to outspeed him and knock him out with the Brave Bird. Should be able to do that from that range, but Xenon is going to switch out, just going to his Snorlax, because yeah, he is kind of also fearing that if I could outspeed him, just knock him out. So yeah, that is what happens. And Brave Bird is actually a 2 KO on the Snorlax. You know, it's not Eevee trained or I'm not really sure how, if at all, it is Eevee trained. It's most likely, again, an in-game Snorlax, because some of his pokes are like somewhat Eevee trained or something, I believe. But anyways, yeah, it's kind of random trying to like predict, you know, in-game stuff. But this was a match just so we could have some fun and you know, just see what Generation 6 battling is like all about. And so far it has been a really fun experience. But anyways, my Brave Bird is a solid 2-hit KO on the Snorlax, so I get to knock him out, get a bit of recoil, but it's alright. And now I believe Xenon is going to send out his Mewtwo again, which is slightly scaring me, but I do still have that sticky web slowing it down. Otherwise it could pretty much outspeed everything, except I was getting ahead of myself, and he actually goes into his Flygon. And this time we are truly going to find out which Pokemon is faster. Am I going to get destroyed by the Rock Slide, or am I just going to outspeed him, which is indeed the case. And I get to go for the Brave Bird, and coupled with the prior damage that I have, I can definitely knock him out. You know, it's a stab Brave Bird. I was kind of fearing it earlier, but now with that little prior damage, I was definitely confident I could take him out unless he could outspeed me, but that was indeed not the case. Talonflame is pretty darn fast Pokemon. I really want to Eevee train one with the Gale Wing ability and potentially have that acrobatics. But now it has Mewtwo. But fear not, Sticky Web is still on the field, slowing him down, and I actually just kind of decided to scout and see what's going on. I decided to go for the ruse, try to get back to full health. But honestly, that was not really a smart idea against the Mewtwo, because it is still a freaking Mewtwo, and it's gonna go for the Psychic and just kinda destroy me and take me out, even after the roost. I was pretty close to full health, but it's a Mewtwo. Not really the smartest idea. But fear not, the Sticky Web is in the field as I send out my Gengar, so I don't have to fear about him outspeeding me, because now his speed is 1 stage slower. And just to make things more interesting, this is a Mega Gengar, so of course I have to try it out in this match. And Xenon actually switches out, he goes into his Gardevoir, kind of just as a death fodder. But I'm gonna Mega Evolve into Mega Gengar, has that 170 base special attack. And I've actually just spread myself a Gengar with perfect special attack and speed Eevees, and it is indeed 170, and its speed is 130, so it's as fast as Aerodactyl basically, and as fast as Mewtwo. But now the difference is that its speed is lowered, so there's no way it's gonna be outspeeding me, and I can just go for the Shadow Ball again. And because Mega Gengar is so OP, and also it has Shadow Tag ability, this thing is, I'd say it's probably gonna get banned because it has so much attack, it is just so much potential. Although the only problem is that you cannot Scarf it, so you can't really make it into Ultimate Revenge Killer. But it's still naturally so fast, and it has that, again, 170 base special attack, which really makes it super dangerous. And I have hatched 113 eggs so far. Go Ivy breeding. Yeah, it's been kind of exciting to get back into the swing of things, old school way. But anyways, gonna knock him out with the Shadow Ball, OP Shadow Ball, and knock him out, and that will be the game. And phew, that was a mind-blowing experience now, wasn't it? So, thank you for watching, hope you guys enjoyed, and again, thank you Xenon who live recorded this match for me, so I could share my side with you people. It was exciting to finally narrate a Generation 6 Wi-Fi battle. Granted that, you know, it wasn't the most competitive one, but I'm sure there's better things to come in the future. So definitely go check out Xenon's channel. he has some high quality content right there. And on that note, because yeah, I still don't have a capture board and I really can't get one, at least on the near future, I would like to ask some of your people's assistance, because yeah, so basically I cannot record these Wi-Fi bells unless somebody else records them for me. But there is a way that you can send your Wi-Fi bells recorded, and you save them to the Versus recorder. You can send them over to the Pokemon Global link, and then they can be downloaded. So if some of you actually have a capture board and you feel like you would enjoy these Generation 6 battles, maybe you have been watching my Gen 5 stuff, and you would like to, at least for the time being now, every now and then, you know, record some Wi-Fi battles for me by downloading them to the Global link system, I would really appreciate it if somebody could do that, at least for now. Every now and then, I'm not, you know, gonna be crazy demanding, but if there would be like 1 or 2 people who would actually like to help me out with this, I would really appreciate it, and that way I could keep on posting these Wi-Fi bells. And currently I'm just working on my first team. I'm not really sure what I'm gonna be really working on, but I am currently just making a lot of random pokes, breeding them, IV breeding and stuff like that. I just got my perfect IV'd Gengar with 31 IVs in speed and special attack. Those are the stats that really matter. But I'm working on some better breeds. Need to get working on that Friend Safari. There are some really nice tools in Generation 6, I must say. That Friend Safari, like all the Pokemon there, I believe they have 2 of their stats have perfect IVs. So you can keep on like grinding with those, and I still am yet to find a Ditto. I'll have to ask like for more friends to get more Friend Safari zones unlocked and stuff like that. But the Friend Safari is a huge boost, and then there's also Destiny Knot, which passes down 5 IVs from the Pokemon that is holding it, that is at the daycare. So that is a huge boost right there. And then of course the Super Training, which definitely is a much better and appreciated way compared to manual Eevee draining of grinding down some random Pokemon, which was definitely tedious at the time. I've done this in Generation 4, and I'm glad I don't need to do that anymore. And also, there is the level equalizer, which was taken away in Generation 5. A huge slap in the face for all people who were playing the games legitly. But now it's back, although it is at level 50, which is also kind of nice, because that means that the IVs don't matter that much. They still do, because you definitely want to have the highest, like, best, like if we talk about Gengar, you want to have that highest speed and definitely special attack. You can dish out that massive damage and not lose because you ended up having a lower special attack, I mean IV or something like that. But you know, it still makes things a bit more manageable. So that is definitely nice. And lots of new breeding mechanics, like the mother can also now pass down egg moves, which means that the Azumarill with Belly Drum and Aqua Jet is now possible along the lines with who knows what other possibilities there are. All sorts of new abilities, all sorts of new everything. So I would definitely like to try that out and post some Wi-Fi balls for you if just possible. And if there's somebody who could help me out for the time being, you know, let me know by sending me a private message. But I'm just kind of getting caught rambling here. But there's just so much to say about Generation 6. But so far, I have been enjoying it a lot, and I'm glad that the breeding mechanics and the Eevee training mechanics are buffed up, and they are at least more manageable. And it is, I must say, really rewarding. But the fact that they are better makes me not cry out for Pokesub that much, because it is definitely more convenient. Once we just get those good breeds done, you can breed them and crossbreed them over and over and pass down those perfect IVs. So it's not the end of the world, because the mechanics are now a lot better. But with that being said, thank you for watching, and until next time, hopefully there is one, this is TheFlamingSpade signing out. Peace.